Hey future leader, welcome to Cognitive Mind. Today in this video, we're going to discuss about the cruise jobs. If you're applying for the cruise job, this video is for you. In this video, we're going to cover all the possible information which you need for the cruise job. If you have not seen my video, then I have made a podcast with someone who is already working on board and working as a senior bartender. With his insight, he have thrown more lights and solved all the possible questions which one can have for the cruise job. Like for example, couples can work together or no, and all the possible questions I had asked him, and he has really given the beautiful answers. So certainly, I would suggest you to check this video too. And if you want to apply online, then I made a separate video which you can certainly use in order to get a complete demonstration how to apply online with the link. Now, speaking about the cruise jobs, cruise has lakhs of vacancies. Now, especially when you talk about the cruise, so this is like a floating city. If I speak about the city, then city has almost all the possible opportunities. For example, if you are applying for a guest service executive, for example, if you are from a hospitality background, then this would be a really good journey for you because this has almost all the positions: guest service executive, front desk manager, doctors, nurses, photographer, videographer, and also event manager, sales and marketing, human resource. So here is the list of all the options which you can see on marine, land, and cruise job. So you can hover around and see there you can hover around and see there is multiple positions available. So there are almost all the possible positions available when it comes to hospitality. Other than hospitality, there are a few more positions which you can certainly check it out. And if you are experienced to same, certainly you can apply. Now the most commonly asked question: do you need experience to apply for the cruise job? And the answer is yes. You would need an experience. So for a particular position, for example, I belong from guest service and I have an experience into guest service executive on land. Counting my experience, at least a year would be an added advantage. If I have a year experience, I can certainly apply for the position of guest service executive or the front desk manager perhaps. And if the company approach me, then my interview would turn positive. Company usually approach only those people who are experienced. So experience is indeed mandatory. Second question: so people can work together or no, couples can work together or no, especially. So certainly if you have a girlfriend or boyfriend or you have a wife or husband, certainly you can go ahead and work together. You will get your own accommodation which will be private for you together, and you can sail together. Not only about earning money, but also you get an opportunity to travel the world. That is the best part about a cruise. So you get an opportunity to maximize your income as well, because when you are on a cruise, you are getting free accommodation, you're getting all the privileges like gym, best cuisines, and everything is for free. So when we are on land, whatever you're earning, your 50% goes into your daily livelihood like accommodation, food, and traveling. So when you are on cruise, all the money is saved aside. Only 10% you can spend. That is also on travel when you go to a new country. When ship is at halt. You can certainly travel the country. At that time, you can expense. When ship halt at the port, at that time you can travel the new world and on your expense. That will be on your expense. Rest all money is been saved and you can maximize your income. Certainly, you can use it to be financially free. So that's how I suggest you apply for a cruise job. In this video, we're going to cover all the expenses which is needed before you go ahead for the cruise. Second, the medical. Third, the information on STCW. STCW is very important international test. I have given a complete demonstration in the later part of the video, so please be with me till the end of the video. And what is the CDC certificate? What are the documents which will be needed in order to apply for the cruise, and the time taken and everything. Alright leaders, without wasting time, let us understand in detail how to apply for the cruise job. So this is our journey to cruise. Be with me till the end of the video and you will have no doubt. You just have to watch this video and your whole doubt will be clear. So you can apply through the agency or you can apply on online. You can apply online application on MyRCL. MyRCL is My Royal Caribbean Limited. So this is the official website of Royal Caribbean. I have made a separate video into which I have made everyone understand. I have made separate video into which I have given deep information how to apply job on MyRCL, and on online on MyRCL you will be able to see different application and you can apply for almost all the position which you are interested for which you are eligible, so that you get shortlisted. Once you send your resume on online application, then the next step would be, so you have to send your resume into the second step on MyRCL on online application, or if you're applying to the agency, you can submit the resume into the agency and come back. So understand one thing, if I speak about agency, then the agency should be the genuine one. There are many fraudsters in the market, and trust me, Royal Caribbean Limited charge single and trust me, Royal Caribbean Limited charge 0 rupees. They do not charge anything, so you do not have to pay anyone. Okay, there would be charges for documentation, which we're gonna discuss in the next slides video. And if you're applying to the agency, I'm from Mumbai, so I know well-known agency which is genuine. We have Hiran International in Churchgate. The description will have all the details of Hiran International. You can apply through Hiran International and they will take care of everything. Or else you can apply online directly from your home. Okay. Now, after you submit the resume either online or agency, then the third step is to get shortlisted. Once your resume is shortlisted by the HR, then certainly you will get a call, or perhaps you will directly get an email. So this email would have all the information of an interview, your scheduled interview, timing and everything if you have applied online. If you have applied to the agency will call you and inform you everything about the interview. Then you have to go physically at the agency for an interview. And in the online case, your interview would be done on video call. Your interview completely depends on the position for which you have applied. If you have applied for the leading position, the interview process or the interview rounds would be different. And if you have applied for bartender job or guest relationship executive job or front desk manager, there would be hardly one round of an interview. Because at cruise, majorly they prefer to hire experienced people. So if you are experienced in particular stream, certainly there will be only one round of an interview. Once you are shortlisted and your interview round is done, one more thing to add, I forgot. So, to getting shortlisted on the basis of your resume should look really good. I have made the video on online application, into which I have also explained how to make a resume smartly. So you do not have to spend hours and hours to make resume. We have ChatGPT now. We are living in a different world. So I have used ChatGPT and explained everything in detail. Certainly, you can check out the video. That will really help. So once you are shortlisted in the interview, then you get the offer letter. Your offer letter would have all the information of your package, your salary and everything would be written on your offer letter. At the cruise, we do not have CTC as you mentioned on land, but you would be having a minimum amount which the company would promise you to pay. Either the ship go for the cruise or no, there would be an XYZ minimum amount which will be paid to you. In my case, my friend who is a bartender, he has been offered around $1,400. That's the minimum amount which was been promised to him. And eventually he is earning around $2,500 to $3,000 including incentives, because there is a hell lot of incentives when you are at a bar or perhaps you are a bartender. Okay, after offer letter, now you have letter of employment. Letter of employment would be shared to you within a week of your selection. Into letter of employment, your date of joining, your port information, that means on what port would you go, either on it is in Miami, it is in Barcelona, Singapore, wherever is your port. You will be having a port information, everything mentioned in detail. Also, your date of joining as well as your tenuity of the sale, everything would be mentioned. Tenuity of the sale depends. It is starting from 6 months, it goes to 9 months or maybe more. You can extend your contract after 6.5 months. You can certainly extend your contract, perhaps you can take a break. It depends from contract to contract and designation to designation. It will be informed to you all before you go ahead for the sailing. Everything will be present in LOE, all the information. After the LOE, now the next step is documents. Document is a big thing over here because after offer letter and letter of employment, we have documentation. Documentation is a bit lengthy over here, so let us understand one by one. We're gonna check each specific document in detail and all the information you need for that now in this video. So the first what we have is medical. This medical would be done by the Seafarer Doc. So you can search on Google Seafarer Doc, which is certified by DG Commission. So DG Shipping is Director of General of Shipping. DG Shipping is Director of General of Shipping. This is like a police of the sea, and all the document will almost go through DG, because at the land we have a different administrative department, so the police is different. At the sea we have different DG. At the sea we have different police, that is Director of General of Shipping. This is worldwide. It is not only in India, but this is worldwide. So first we have medical, which will be done by the Seafarer Doc. So you can search Seafarer Doc on Google, and you can do your medical through Seafarer Doc. In India, the charges for the medical of Seafarer is around approximately 8,000. That is 8,000 INR. So this is the standard charges what we have now. It might change in future. Since I'm recording this as today's date is May 2024, so we have 8,000 charges. It might change in future. Okay, so the second document what is important is STCW. STCW is a very important certificate which everyone should have who is going on a cruise. You cannot go on cruise without STCW. STCW is International Convention of Standard of Training, Certification and Watchkeeping. It's a big name, but this is an international certificate which is globally recognized, and this plays a very vital role because this will give you a complete information of the cruise before you go on the cruise. So this is an almost a month course which you have to do after your selection. We're going to discuss about STCW in detail in the next slide of the video. So for STCW, the charges in India today is around approximately 25,000. This will be done by NAMAC. If you are in India, this will be done by Naval Maritime Academy. You might have another institution in another countries, but in India we usually go through NAMAC, that is Naval Maritime Academy, and this is available in all parts of India, almost everywhere. Then third one document is CDC. CDC is Continued Discharge Certificate, which is given by DG. DG, again, Director of General Shipping. This is a police of the sea. So Continued Discharge Certificate would be given to you by the police of the sea, and this will take around approximately 45 days to come. There would be a hard copy which will be given to you on your address. You do not have to worry so much of CDC, because from wherever you are doing the course of STCW, the same institution will apply for CDC for you. You can certainly ask them for CDC if they do not do. So CDC would be given to you like a passport to the ship, and once your CDC is come, then you have to upload these documents on the portal. After which we have SID. SID is Seafarer Identity Document. This is like an Aadhaar card. In India we say Aadhaar card, and if I speak about international countries, it would be SSN, that is Social Security Number. So this is like an identity card of yours at the sea, and it will take around 30 days to come. So here for CDC and SID we cover around 45 to 30 days. Once you have the CDC and once you upload medical STCW and CDC on the portal of MyRCL, then you have to apply for visa. You can also apply for visa just after CDC, and you can do the SID work and visa work simultaneously. For visa, you can go at any visa office, and then you have to carry your letter of employment first, and second you have to carry your medical, third you have to carry your STCW. You have to carry your CDC, that is Continued Discharge Certificate. You have to carry these three documents, LOE, medical and CDC, at the visa office to apply for the visa. Once you give them this certificate, then they will give you the visa appointment. For visa, there will be 2 dates given to you. Day 1, biometrics. Day 2 would be the visa interview. In the visa interview, they're going to just ask basic about you, where you're going, why you're applying, why you want to go into the seafarer job. That's it. And within 7 days you will have your visa. After visa, you have to apply for BCC that is police clearance certificate. So ensure that you do not have any police records. Okay, it will definitely show in police clearance certificate. You will get police clearance certificate only if you do not have any criminal records. So it is important that you have to wash away your criminal record if you have. So police clearance certificate is important. Will take around 20 days to come. You can apply through any nearby police station, and also there are a lot of countries which has the online platform to apply for PCC. So once your PCC is in your hand, you are all good to go. Then you have to upload PCC on the portal of MyRCL, and then you are absolutely good to go. Now you will be having your dates. And yes, one more thing to add: once you complete your CDC, once you have your CDC with you, simultaneously the company Royal Caribbean Limited would start working on your ticket. So by the time your CDC is there with you, you are applying for SID, simultaneously you get your tickets in your hand. So the ticket will be sent to you before only. So for example, if any certification takes time and you have your date close by, certainly they will extend your date of joining by giving you new letter of employment. So you do not have to worry about this thing. It's okay. Sometimes the certification might take time due to any XYZ reason. That is completely fine. So this takes an average of around 5 to 6 months to go on board on cruise. Now let us understand STCW in detail. This is really important because STCW is a very important certification to go ahead for the cruise. So STCW in India, an average charge for STCW is So now let us understand STCW in detail. STCW is International Convention of Standard of Training Certification and Watchkeeping. It's a big name. So it is International Convention of Standard of Training Certificate and Watchkeeping. This is a certificate which you need to apply for any cruise job. Without this certificate, you cannot go for any cruise job. Into this certificate, you would be trained on 5 modules. I will give you highlights of this 5 module. This is a 4-week course, and this is an offline course. 4-week offline course, and you would be trained everything before you on board on cruise. In the charges would be take of 25,000. They give you lunch, they give you breakfast, and you have to be there for around 6 to 7 hours a day, continuously 6 days a week for 4 weeks. You cannot miss out the lectures, you cannot miss out any day. If you miss out any lecture or any day, you have to attend the same lecture again, because there will be an examination by the end of the week. So you have to really perform good. The final examination would have the scoring of 30 of 20. 30 by 20, that means you have to score 20 out of 30. FPFF is the first module. FPFF means fire protection, firefighting. So before you go ahead on the cruise, if something goes wrong on the cruise, and so if there is fire caught up in the cruise, what would you do? What would you be doing in that situation? How you would behave? How to use fire extinguisher? How to put out the fire, how to travel in that smoky clouds. So all this information will be given to you in FPFF module, that is firefighting and fire protection. And to be honest with you, this is not only the lecture which will be given to you, but it will be a practical explanation which will be taught to you. There will be a particular scenario which will be created when you will act as a firefighter. You will wear all that uniforms, and you will wear the mask. You will be having the fire extinguisher with you. You have to put out the fire. You have to go in the smoky cloud by putting on the mask, so that you can find the way. They have the demo ship which has been maintained by the institution, so as to teach you how to behave and how to get a way out when it is a fire situation. So it is deep. They will explain you everything in detail when you go ahead for the course. PST is personal security training. That means if the ship is getting sunk, what would you do? Or perhaps something goes wrong in the ship. For your personal security, what would you do? everything will be trained in this module. So PSD is for your personal security training, and then you have PSSR. PSSR means personal safety and social responsibility. So in this, you would be taught how you have to take care of the social responsibility. If something is going wrong in the ship, what would you do? Or perhaps your friend is affected by any health issue, how you have to behave in that situation, what you have to do, how you have to take care of your personal safety. For example, the ship is sunk and you are surrounded by the shark. So what would you do in that situation? So this institution, for example, in our case, we have NAMAC, that is Naval Maritime Academy. In our situation, let us take an example of NAMAC. NAMAC is in India. I do not know about the global level what institution they have. But yes, in India we have NAMAC. NAMAC is Naval Maritime Academy, which is a certified academy for STCW and other marine courses. So they have a complete setup. They give you a swimming pool where you have to jump. You have to catch each other hand in this training of PSSR. You have to form practical experience if there is sharks around, how you would behave. And yes, there won't be a shark in the swimming pool, but still they will give you a complete explanation and the practical explanation how you have to behave if there is sharks around, what sound you have to make, how you have to hold your hand, and how to stay away from these creatures. So this all things will be taught to you in personal safety and social responsibility. And then you have EFA. This is very important. This is elementary first aid. Elementary first aid means if you are in the bad situation, you have seasickness, perhaps something goes wrong with your colleagues, if someone have heart attack or someone has cut and just heavy bleeding until the doctor arrive, what you have to do, what you have to apply in that situation, how you have to behave, and what all things you have to take care would be taught to you in elementary first aid. Last we have is DSD. DSD is designated security duties. This is to indicate when you are on a ship, you have to understand what designation holds what responsibility. Designated security duties. So, for example, if there is something going wrong, if you see something going wrong on the ship and whom to report, who would be the right person to report the problem, and you should know the roles and responsibility of everyone those who are working on board. This is very important topic as well. This all five modules are very important, which will be taught to you in STCW. After you are done with this, then on the fourth week you would be having the final examination. This examination would be having scoring, which would be 20 out of 30. If you do not score 20, you have to reappear for this examination. You do not have to pay 25,000 again, but yes, there would be XYZ charges which you have to pay. So ensure to give your 100% when you are learning this module. There is no running away from this module. You cannot take a week off. It is a continuous 4-week course which would have Sunday week off, and Monday to Saturday would be continuous lecture, which would be usually in the morning by 7 a.m. it starts and ends by 3 p.m. or 4 p.m. You will be getting a break for breakfast as well as lunch that will be provided to you. It is inclusive in the package. After you are done with STCW, you are all good to go. So we have discussed about STCW in brief. Before we also discuss about all the necessary document which is required to go on board on cruise. So after you have all this document, as we have discussed earlier, on MyRCL, on the online portal of yours, you will upload all the document. Once your old document has been uploaded, you are all good to go. Now you are ready for sail. After PCC, you would be having tickets which will be made to you by the company, and then you can go ahead and fly. On your MyRCL portal, you will be able to check your travel destination dates and everything will be mentioned. Do not have to worry about anything. Your all detail when you fly, when you are on the airport, there would be a pickup for you, there would be a 1-day stay for you, and then you would be routed to the cruise. Once you are at the port, there will be an HR of the cruise who will help you out into and everything about your designated roles. So this is all about the information which you needed before you go on the cruise, and I believe that I have covered almost everything. If I have missed out on everything, please comment below so that we can make more informative. and I believe that we completed almost all the information which you require till date. If there is any modification, certainly we'll add more videos. I would request you to please share this video because there are multiple people, those who are applying for cruise and they do not know how to apply. This is a really good opportunity because now the business is growing a lot and internationally there is a huge requirement on cruise. I hope you like this video. There is a lot of effort behind this video. So requesting you to please share to the needy, that will really help. And if you like this video, comment down any information more needed, any educational video which you need from us. You can certainly comment below and we'll certainly get back to you. Have a lovely day. Bye. Take care.